Hello and welcome back to the Carp Hunters YouTube channel, here for episode 4, and we're back on the Bluebell complex, and specifically we're on Mallard Lake. Number 1 on this YouTube channel, episode 1 on this YouTube channel, we're on Mallard Lake, and I am in the exact same swim I am on that video. So I am fishing, everything's set up, I've been here for a few hours now. It looked like it was going to rain, so I didn't faff about with the camera. I just got set up and got my rods out as quickly as I could. Base camp is sorted now though. We're here for a mega 5-night session and we are fishing. I'm at 16 and a tiny bit wrapped on all 3 rods, out on a huge gravel bar out in the middle. So when I dragged back with the Fox grappler lead, it was just clear. It was, you know, donks on the bottom, and then the rod tip, you know, does that when you're pulling it back. So it's a big old clear spot I'm on. For reference, I'm aiming at a swim opposite me, the middle of a bush to the right of that swim, and the end of the bush to the right of that swim as well. So all 3 rods are probably within, I don't know, 24 feet of each other. So yeah, like I said before, it's a big old gravel spot, so I don't need to be too specific with my casting, but since I'm going to spot out in a minute, I do want to be a bit more accurate than I could be, purely for the fact that you know, you got a better chance when your bait's on your hook bait. So that's that. I am going to put 1 spot out for each rod now, and you obviously see where I'm fishing from that. So I'm just going to turn the camera off and get the spot out, and I'll see you then. Okay, so I just spotted out 2 spoms over each in the end. Well, I was meant to do 1, but there's an overhanging tree above me, and I hit my spot with that twice. So they went a bit short because of the braid went over the tree, up on the tree and back down, so it made the spom go a bit short. So I had to do that twice. Luckily it didn't get caught in the tree, otherwise that would have been a disaster. But it's only the left-hand rod that's a problem, because the other 2 rods I can cast out, and it's clear above me. It's just the left-hand rod where there's this big branch that goes over to my left like that. So that's gonna be a problem. But I've got the bait boat with me, so if it keeps causing me problems, I'll just keep putting bait out with the bait boat when I recast in the mornings. So that's the plan for that. And it's very cold actually. It says it's 15 degrees, but it feels more like 9 or 10ish. But yeah, still not into the very cold weather. So I have got the vents open at the minute, so I could probably close them and get the bivvy a bit warm. But that's that. So I'm gonna leave you now, and I'm gonna catch you in a bit while I'm making myself some dinner. Good evening. Good evening. Sorry I look a bit dark. Time's just escaped me. It's just got dark so quick, and I completely forgot to record. So here we are with the bivvy light on, recording in the dark. It's not completely dark yet, but it's too dark for the camera. Nothing's happened. the whole of this evening into this afternoon into this evening. I haven't had any meeps. I did have a nap earlier because, as you know, if you go carp fishing, the day you get there is so tiring, setting up and getting everything ready, getting your rods out, etc, etc. So I just had a couple of hours nap just to get some energy back, and got up, had some dinner, had a nice little steak, and I'm replenished now. So I'm going to stay up for a bit. I'm going to keep my eyes on the water just to see if I can see anything to go by for tomorrow. It's really important, in my opinion, to for at least the first night, to keep all eyes on the water. Just to be honest, just in case anything does happen, any shows occur where you're not fishing, and then you can change if you want to. But that's everything I've done this afternoon. Like I said, the last thing I did fishing related was spotting out, so I haven't done anything after that at all. So rods are out at the minute, like I said, and yeah, I'm just waiting for a fish to come along and take my hook bait. So I'm going to end the video here, well, I'm going to end the clip here, and hopefully you can see me in the night. But on Bluebell's form, the first 24 hours of getting a bite, it's very unlikely. You know, the amount of commotion you cause, I must have been led in about for about half an hour in my swim, so I'm not expecting anything, but it would be nice for a fish to come along and take my bait. I'm not going to waffle on any longer, and I will see you in the night, hopefully, but if not, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's more like afternoon now, but it was a very, very quiet night last night, not even a bleep on the alarms, and I had a decent night's sleep considering how cold it was last night. So yeah, not even a liner on the rods. So when it comes to having the rods in for 24 hours, I may think about changing the hook baits round, or I may simply just leave them for another 24 hours, because you know you're not going to catch fish when you're disturbing your swim constantly. So that's my thoughts of how I'm going to approach today. Like I said, it's been quiet all around the lake. I had a look on the Facebook group this morning. No one caught anything all around the complex, unless people did catch things and just didn't post them, because not everyone posts on the Facebook group. But as far as I'm aware, nothing came out of Mallard last night, so I'm not the only one to blank. And that's really everything I've got to update you with. The time is now. It's 10:13, so I've been up for a few hours, and I'm going to just do what I do, and I'm going to have a rethink of what I want to do in the next hour, 2 hours or so, because there is a lot of stuff I want to do and not a lot of time to do it, because like I said, 5 nights on the complex. I may extend. It's a long time, but on Bluebell Lakes that's easily enough time to blank. So like I said, I'm just going to, I'm going to leave my rods out for today, and I'm going to do a bait refresh tomorrow morning, first thing at sunrise. So that's that, because this lake normally does its runs between sort of midday, from about 9 to midday, and then in the evening. This isn't a night water at all. I don't think I've known anything to come out in the night recently. Maybe the odd fish, but it certainly isn't. It certainly doesn't have form to do night bites. So that's my thinking. So I'm going to turn the camera off now and stop waffling. But I'll update you if anything happens. I'm going to spot out in a bit, just a bit of bait. Once it's been 24 hours, so roughly, I don't know, three-ish maybe. I'm going to put a bit of bait out, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to stop waffling, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, night falls again on Bluebell, and I apologise for the lack of footage today, but there's just been absolutely nothing to record. I mean, it's been dead quiet. I did spom out earlier, but since that I've spommed out yesterday, and it's literally like 5 minutes ago in the video, I decided not to record that again, so it wasn't repetitive. But I did get a couple of liners on my left hand rod earlier, which is, like I said, at a 16 and a tiny bit wrap, so 16 and maybe that much. wraps to the left of the swim opposite me. So whether that was a fish feeding a bit closer in, or just knocking the line as it swam past, who knows. But apart from that, it's just been absolutely dead quiet. I've been watching the water all day, and yeah, I haven't even seen anything show, which is a bit unlike Mallard really, because times I've been here they've been showing all over me. Because like I said, if you watched the first video when I was, no, the second video, sorry, when I was on the far bank on the reed line, they were showing all over me, but I didn't get a fish to show for it. But yeah, they were showing all over me. But it seems to be on this side, on the roadside, they just don't show their faces at all. And the only reasonable explanation I have for that is the amount of pressure on her. So, you know, because the road that goes to the back of the lake is closed at the minute, so there's hardly any lines in the water at the opposite side of the lake. So my theory is they've all just congregated on the far side. So especially with the southwesterly blowing into that side of the lake, I can only imagine that's where all the fish are. So I'm going to keep at it. I haven't reeled the rods in today, like I said earlier. They're still fishing where they were, and well, I say I didn't reel in. I did reel in and recast just because I wasn't happy with the positioning of the middle rod. Because I'm fishing so close together, it looked almost like the middle rod was overlapping the right rod. So I recast the middle rod, and then I ended up recasting the left and the right rod. I didn't put any hook baits on because I tested them in the water and they were still all fine. So I'm not being a tight git. I just didn't see the point in putting fresh hook baits on when those were still working perfectly. So yeah, like I said, it's literally, the time is literally 9:17. You can't see that. Yeah, it's 9:17 PM and it's pitch black out. I'm having to use my bivvy light for a light. So that's that. Nothing more to update you with. Literally, that is all that's happened today, and I'll update you in the night if anything happens. But hopefully I'll get a fish in the night or early tomorrow morning, or I've got to have a serious rethink about what I'm doing. So if nothing else happens in the night, I'll catch you in the morning. I'll see you in a bit, hopefully tonight with a fish. Okay guys, I'm in. Hope you can see me. she is. Oh, still got some fire left in her. She's fighting like a beast. Let's try and bring you this side. Hope you can see me alright. I'm just going to weed it up. No, she hasn't. Yes, she has. Here you come, girl. I need to get her under these rods. Got me snagged up. Oh. It's caught underneath my line. I'm going to have to go in. I can see her. Oh, she may have freed herself. Okay, I don't want you to snag yourself again. I might have to bully her in. I need to get on top of her. She's right. Can you come here? Yes, you can. I think she's ready to come in. Oh. Right, I'm just gonna get my everything set up quickly while I let it rest in the water. Okay, so we have the fish safely on the mat. We have some water, and let's get her unhooked. Actually, I may need that. I'll get her weighed after as well. Oh, come on. I can't find the rig. Ah, she was nailed right in her bottom lip. There you go. Whoa, hey. Let me get the hook out of you, darling. There we go. Right, she's safely unhooked, and rig's over there. She's a unit, I'm telling you. And that's blank out the way yet again on Bluebell. Running into a bit of form here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've got the blank out the way, and she's a bit special actually. She's almost a leather. So just gonna bring her towards the camera. Oh. That is a bit of a beauty of a fish. Almost a leather. She put up a mighty scrap as well. Just see her. So yeah, absolute beauty. I'm going to flip around the other side quickly. Oh. And I'll show you. Oh, my rig is still on the net. Right. Let's get a bit more water on her. And then I'll put her back in the margin to rest while I set my camera up to take some photos. But that is an absolute beauty of a fish. Almost a leather, and yeah, that is blank out the way for the Bluebell Lakes. So I'll be back in a minute when we're weighing her. Okay, so I've just got the fish resting in the water in the sling. We're here by the weigh tripod. Sling weighs 2 pounds when it's wet, so whatever the final weight is, we'll subtract 2, and that will be the weight of the fish. So let me get out the sling. Right, we're here at the sling. It's a moment of truth. That is. Now just bring the camera. That is 27. Let me just show you that. 27 minus the sling, so that's a £25 mirror. Absolutely chuffed with that. So let's get him back into the wild now. Back into the wild. Let's let him rest for a little minute. So he's ready to go. Always hold their tail. I think he's ready to go. And there he goes. There he goes, guys. Blank out of the way. I am well chuffed with that. I've got to worry about the pressure now. Like I said, it was my right hand rod fishing at 16 and a tiny bit wraps, and it's done the business end for me. So the time is actually 2:30 in the morning, later than I thought. I thought it was about just gone midnight. So that's my first, well, that's the first night bite I've known on this water for a long time. And my apologies, I've just realised the microphone's unplugged, so sorry about the audio, but I had to take the mic off to get the flash for the camera. So because if you know anything about cameras, on the M50 it's the horseshoe mount that blocks the flash, so I had to take the mic off of the shotgun mount to the horseshoe mount to be able to get the flash up. So sorry about the crappy audio, but you know what, I don't give a damn. Blanks out the way, £25 mirror, and well, I'll take that all day long. So back to bed now, and well, need to get my rod out before I do that. But well, that's 2 videos on the trot now where we've scored at Bluebell. So get in. Right, I'll leave you to it, guys, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Obviously last night we had that fish, so this morning I'm just going to go over what I caught it on and the rig I was using, and how I placed my rigs, etc, etc. So originally I thought it came on the pink Scopex squid pop-up, but I wasn't sure because the hook bait fell off, I'm guessing, while I was playing it. But it actually came on a sticky manila pop-up. Don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, it came on a sticky manila pop-up, just a simple brown colour. It smells like sticky manila, obviously, and that's what did me the business. So that was the hook bait, and obviously the rig I was using. If you've watched the channel at all, you'll know what rig we were using. It was the old trusty Ronnie rig. Let me get close to the camera. It was this bad boy. Done me the business. Just like that. Sits off the bottom like that, and keeps the hook bait elevated off the bottom of the lake. So that's the rig, and that's the hook bait I was using. As for tactics, I was playing the long game. The rod had been out almost 48 hours. Well, it would have been out 48 hours now. So I was playing the long game, hoping for less disturbance. May give me a bit of luck, and obviously I chose the right tactic there, because I got a bite. But actually, almost at the exact same time I let my fish go, people behind me had another fish. So that was that. I've played the long game, and it obviously worked. So I'm going to leave you to it now. I did put the rods out a couple of minutes ago. I didn't record it though because I've done that before. So if any updates happen, any fish come along again, or anything I choose to change, I'll of course turn the camera on and let you know. But until then, I'll see you in a bit. Good evening. Well, what can I say really? I keep getting liners on the rod that was that I had the run on last night. That's my right hand rod, fishing at 16 and a bit wraps. They're all fishing at 16 and a bit wraps, but that's the one I got the bite on, purely because I'm guessing the hook bait. They fancied the sticky manila pop-up that I was using, so I chose that bait on the basis of they like the kind of live cell. I've based that that decision on the fact that the fish in here like that live system kind of earthy look. Trev the bailiff, a few swims down, he's on here all year because he's the bailiff on the complex, and he fishes here all year round. If you've been to the complex before and drove down the main gate, you look to your right and there's that huge Nash base camp with the furnace coming out of one of the pods. That's Trev the bailiff's bivvy, and that's wait for the car. And that's because he lives on here all year round. You know, sadly his wife passed away earlier this year, so he's dedicating most of his time to fishing lately. He's a really nice bloke. You know, you get to know him if you fish here a lot, and you know, if you're not breaking the rules and you're not doing anything stupid like using barbed hooks, speeding and whatnot, if you just follow the rules and be nice to him, he's nice back to you. So he's, like I said, he fishes here all the time, and he uses he's sponsored by JH Baits, so he's using the JH Baits Nutty Bee pop-up, which is almost the exact carbon copy of the sticky manila pop-ups and the live system pop-ups. So I mean, or essential, so anything with that earthy colour I think the fish in here really like. So that's why I went with that one. I didn't want to put all 3 rods on it, or even 2, purely on the fact I didn't want to limit my options. So I'm just going to go through with the hook baits I'm using at the minute. So on my very left hand rod, the one fishing, my left hand rod fishing towards opposite me, to an opposite swim, that's just my marker. That is on a double fake corn, so it's plain and simple. Every carp in the world likes a bit of corn, and that was my basis off of that. The middle rod is the classic really on this lake. It's the Ash Scopex Squid pink pop-up, but I don't necessarily think you have to use Scopex Squid. I just think it's the pink in here that does the business, but clearly not. Clearly they're liking a bit of the old sticky manila at the minute. So I've baited up on my very right hand rod with purely sticky manila boilies. I've still got 1 kilo left, and then my other 2 rods I was baiting up with a mixture of particle and boilies. So just opening up my options, testing different theories out, testing what works and what doesn't work. So the bite I got last night was on particle and boilie, and that's clearly what they like in here. So I'll keep with that approach, but I just wanted to see what would happen if I just went out with a boilie approach, because my very right hand rod, I have moved it slightly more right than it originally was by maybe a rod length or so. Not much, but just to get away from that baited spot it was on last time. Maybe saying, well, why are you doing that? Because that baited spot you've committed to putting 3, 4, 5 bombs out, but with particle it disperses when the spom opens. There's most likely little to none bait on that spot now anyway, with the amount of nuisance fish in here. So that was my thought process. Maybe some of the boilie hasn't been eaten, but like I said, it's a rod length, so no biggie. It's not like I'm fishing half a lake away from where I was originally. So it's just trial and error really at this point. The blank's out of the way, like I said. You saw on the footage last night. Got woken up with an absolute one-toner of a screaming run, and it just absolutely battered me. I mean, the clutch wasn't locked down, but it was pretty tight clutch. I mean, and it was stripping quite a bit of line off, so it was a bit of a bruiser. I mean, you saw the mouth of that thing. It's been caught a couple of times, so it knows what it's doing. I mean, it snagged itself up less than a rod length away from me 2 times. So If you watched back last night, that's when I said I'm gonna have to go in after it. So luckily I didn't have to do that, and I just managed to play it calm, and it came to the net without me having to go in. But eventually I did go in because I got drenched anyway by pouring some water on the fish to take photos. But that's that. I'm waffling on a bit too much about that actually. One more point I do want to say is people next to me, they're in a caravan at the minute. Nothing wrong with fishing from a caravan. They had a screaming run literally 5 minutes after I put my fish back. I went over, helped them with getting it in and releasing it and all that, and it was an absolutely banging linear mirror. It looked 23 pounds ish. They didn't weigh it and they didn't take photos, but clearly taking photos isn't for everyone, and they were the older generation, so I presume they haven't really got anyone to show their photos to, or no, I'm almost certain they don't use social media. So that's most likely why they didn't to take a photo, but they've got each other to share the occasion with. But getting sidetracked again, it was a beautiful little mirror, and it graced their landing net maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes after I put mine back. So, as I was getting sorted out, ready to go back in my bivvy, get some sleep, they came running out of their caravan and hooked into a nice little linear mirror. So, bites are coming out not thick and fast, but they're coming out this side of the lake, and the wind has been blowing this side the last couple of days. Well, not last couple of days, last 24 hours, last 36 hours or so. So that's that. But the main reason I turned the camera on was to speak about my syndicate. Come November 1st, my syndicate winter ticket starts, and it's Crown Lakes Embryo in Peterborough. It's another 5 minutes down the road from here. God, maybe jump that. It's a little more end. So my syndicate opens for the winter ticket in less than half a month actually, almost. So you'll be seeing a couple vlogs on there throughout the winter, along with Bluebell and some other venues hopefully, because we don't want to keep it just to Bluebell. We don't want to I don't want to bore myself out of this place, because this is truly an amazing complex. I mean, to catch a 35 mirror out of Swan and then a 25 mirror out of Mallard, the very next session is something anyone would take, So that's that. The lake record in my syndicate is just over £36. So they're growing fish. They were only stocked in there a couple of years ago. You can go on YouTube, Google Crown Lakes Embryo, and Danny Fairbrass does a little segment on it on the Corda YouTube channel, and he's with his mate, and they're just fishing for the little stockies in there, because this was 3 years ago now. So yeah, there were small fish in there at the time, but they've grown and they've got absolutely dark as black paint. I mean, seriously, because it's an old brick pit, and it goes down to 40 foot. Yes, 40 foot in that lake. So it's certainly one for the winter, because you wouldn't want to be fishing. Well, you wouldn't be fishing that deep anyway. But it's one of those lakes. It's not what everyone wants to tackle, but I'm certainly up to the challenge, and I can't wait to get a fish in there again. So that's where you'll see me 2 vlogs time, maybe even 1. Not the next one, but the one after that, we'll be spending a bit of time on my syndicate. So I'm on the weekday rota. They do weekdays and weekends, so I can do a maximum of 4 nights, 5 days fishing on there every week if I wanted. But no, I can't do that as much as I'd like to. So yeah, we'll be giving Bluebell a break for a month or so, and then we'll be back most likely on Sand Martin. I think I said that in the last vlog, that I'm going to be doing my most likely on Swan is where I'm going to be spending my winter campaign on Bluebell, purely because the fish in there are big and in the winter they get even bigger. So I cannot wait for the colder weather to come, because it's already 11 degrees at the minute. It is just gone 6:15, but the cold weather is coming in thick and fast. So that's when you really want to be fishing for the big ones, to be honest, because Well, they're at their biggest. Autumn and winter are the best time for big fish season. So oh, no, there is 3 more ends that almost just wiped out my rods. I've got my rod tips up at the minute, so my lines are like 3 foot above the water before they get submerged. So anyway, stop waffling, Jack, and that is the update I wanted to update you with. Yeah, it's been abysmal on here, actually. It's been more quiet than you could possibly believe. Well, if you fished Bluebell you would believe it, but yeah, it's just been absolutely dead quiet. I've been refreshing the Facebook feed every hour or so just to see if anyone's had anything out. But I mean, the whole of today, my catch was the only one that was on the Facebook group. So I'm not saying that everyone posted on the Facebook group. Well, certainly they didn't, because I had a look. But these fucking cards, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Right. So, right, I need to stop waffling on because this is almost a 12-minute clip, and if anything happens during the evening, I'll let you know. But I'll most likely update you before I hit the hay, and that is you up to date on my session. We have all of Saturday and most of Sunday. I'm not sure when on Sunday I'm going to be going home. Most likely the evening time. So we've got about 48 hours left on the complex before it's time to go. So that's it, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, good morning. Obviously, with the lack of nighttime footage, nada happened last night. I was getting liners on my right hand rod, the one that I got the fish on, but apart from that, all was quiet. So for personal reasons, I have to cut this session short. So I was meant to be going home tomorrow, but we're cutting it short today. So I've still got 3-4 hours left on the complex before it's home time. So got a bit of time left yet. I'm watching Liverpool at 12:30, so roughly roughly 45 minutes away. There's still always a chance. There's always a chance if you've got your rods in the water. But don't get me wrong, I'm not disappointed. I just thought I could have caught 1 or 2 more, I think. A £25 mirror, I'll take it all day, but I mean, it's a bit, you know, I know how Bluebell is, you know, I know how hard the fishing is and whatnot, but for a 16-acre lake with 1,400 fish in it, you know, you should be bagging 2-3 fish a day. Well, maybe not that much, but you should be bagging more than 1 fish a session. So yeah, the joys of day ticket fishing, eh? So it's currently the 16th, so this video will be out 17th, 18th, 19th maybe, and I will be doing 1 more session on Bluebell before the full winter ticket starts on my syndicate, and that's where we're going to be doing a couple of vlogs in a row, and then we're going to be doing some more sessions at different locations, different places. Thinking going down to Linear, up to Norton Disney next year, Willow Park Fishery. There's loads, you know. There's quite a few, and I'm excited for the months to come, to be honest, because it's gonna be nice to have a little change from Bluebell. But this isn't actually the outro. It was just a morning update. So if anything does happen during the day, I'll turn the camera on and let you know. I'm not going to spot out anymore. I've still got about 1.5 kilos left of spod mix, so that'll have to be chucked away. But apart from that, it's been a good session, you know, haven't blanked, and a £25 mirror is a good result in any case. You know, even if you're fishing in France and you don't catch anything but a £25 mirror, you'd still be not disappointed with that, at least. Yeah, the £25 mirror is a result. I'm pleased with it, you know. I'm glad the blank was out of the way, but I feel like I could have caught more, and that's just how I am. You know, I'd have loved to catch another one, any size, doesn't really matter, but you know, topping a 25-pounder would be nice, and it's certainly possible in these lakes. So that's that. And I'm waffling on a little bit here, so I'll see you in a bit with hopefully an update with a fish. But if not, I'll turn the camera on for the outro. But you know, the weather is looking perfect at the minute, and oh my god, it got freezing last night. It got down to 5 degrees, so coldest night of the year so far. Yeah, it still hasn't updated. It's well, now it has. Yeah, it's 14 degrees at the minute, but it was 6 degrees last night. Went down to 5 and then went up to 6, 7, 8, and then obviously got warmer as the sun came up. But yeah, that's just a quick weather update, I guess. Got nothing else to speak about. No fishy action. A bit overcast, a bit cloudy. Obviously colder than it was a couple months ago. But that's all good and well saying about the weather. But if the fish aren't playing by the rules, then no unhooking mats are going to get wet. So that's as much as I can do, to be honest. You know, I've got my rods out, been consistently baiting. I know my rigs are presented perfectly, and that's that. So in true first vlog fashion, I'm gonna turn the camera on when I'm reeling in for the last time, and just show the camera the rigs I'm using, because I've completely forgot to do that this session. So that's that, and I will see you in a bit, I guess. Hopefully. Well, my session at Bluebell Lakes has came to an end. Yeah, I caught, and that's the main thing. So I'll definitely be back when I'm not sure when you'll see the next vlog, but it will most likely be on Swan, on the same bank but a bit further along to my right where there's more open water, because yeah, I caught from the corner swim, but I just wanted to give myself a little try, a little different try. I want to try something a little bit different next time I'm there. Fish an open water swim, and maybe see if we can bag a couple of cats, because there are some absolute monster catfish in Swan Lake, and you know, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on them, and I said a couple of videos ago I'm not too keen on them because they're slimy and they're like bream, and well, they're not like bream, they're slimy as bream. But I saw a couple of YouTube videos on how hard they fight, and I thought, oh, gotta give that a go, haven't I? So that is where I'll be next time. I'll be at Swan Lake, and then the video after that we're going to be spending a bit of time on my syndicate. And that brings us to a close of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure you like and comment what you enjoyed about it, and if there's any improvements you want in the next vlog, also put them in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do on that front. But if you haven't fished Bluebell before, I highly recommend it. You know, it's not one of those lakes where you come and expect to catch, because a lot of people fish this place and you know, they spend a week on here, they don't catch, and then it puts them off for life. But that's not the right mindset to have. Someone's spotting over there. Yeah, you can't come to Bluebell and expect to catch every time, so that's why I can't provide a fish every vlog for you. It's just simply, well, I'd like to, don't get me wrong, I'd love to catch every vlog, but especially on the Bluebell complex it's not always possible. But I do try my best, and I do everything right. Not to blow my own trumpet, but I do everything right. And it's just, and after you've put your rods out and baited up, it's up to the fishy gods. So you know, there's not much more anyone can do in that aspect. Of course you can, yeah, of course you can enhance your chances of catching by doing different things and changing rigs, changing hook baits. But at the end of the day, if the fish aren't feeding, you're not going to catch, are you? So that's why I'll always come here thinking I'm going to blank, because it's one of those lakes where you simply can't guarantee a catch. Well, one of those complexes, sorry. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, actually, because I enjoyed making it, especially with the with the bite. You know, recording me plane comes at the perfect time. Recording me fighting it and then showing you the way the sling going on the scales and showing you the fish. You know, it was an absolute bulldozer, that was. I think I'm going to call it Tyson. I'm going to call the fish Tyson because of the Tyson Fury fight. You know, Tyson Fury is an absolute bruiser, and the fight was only 5-6, maybe a week ago. Yeah, I think it was a week ago now. But that's why I've called that mirror Tyson, because you know, that fish was an absolute warrior. You know, it had a really bruised mouth and it just looked like an absolute bruiser, so that's why I'm calling it Tyson. But I've waffled on for a bit too long now. I'll see you in the next vlog, where that is, Bluebell Lakes, but I'm not sure when it'll be. Most likely in the next week, 2 weeks or so. But until then, guys, tight lines, and well, I'll see you next time.